There are Hollywood family dramas, and then there is the epic multi-generational saga of the Allen Farrow family. It's a narrative more complex, more tragic, and more fiercely debated than any film Woody Allen has ever directed. At its center are his children, whose lives have been profoundly defined by genius, scandal, and a familial schism that has drawn public battle lines for over 3 decades. Number 4. Dylan Farrow, The Allegation, and a voice reclaimed. Born in July 1985, was adopted by actress Mia Farrow as an infant. At the time, Mia was in a long-term relationship with Woody Allen, and he would go on to formally co-adopt Dylan in December 1991. Just weeks later, the family unit catastrophically imploded when Mia discovered Woody's secret sexual affair with her older adopted daughter, Soon-Yi Craven. In the midst of this acrimonious split, in August 1992, a 7-year-old Dylan alleged that Woody Allen had sexually molested her. This accusation became the explosive epicenter of the Allen Farrow feud. Dylan's account, which she has maintained with remarkable consistency for decades, involves Allen leading her to the attic of their Connecticut country home, telling her to lie on her stomach and play with her brother's electric train set, and then sexually assaulting her. The allegation set off a firestorm of investigations, the results of which were complex, contradictory, and ultimately legally inconclusive. 2 key reports came to define the battle lines. The Child Sexual Abuse Clinic at Yale New Haven Hospital, after an evaluation, concluded that no sexual abuse had occurred. Their report described Dylan as a child who had difficulty distinguishing fantasy from reality and controversially suggested her allegations may have been influenced or coached by her mother. In stark contrast, the lead prosecutor on the case in Connecticut, State Attorney Frank Mako, announced that his investigation had found probable cause to press charges against Allen. However, he made the fateful decision not to prosecute, citing Dylan's fragile emotional state and his desire to avoid putting her through the trauma of a trial. This lack of a definitive legal outcome created a vacuum where 2 fiercely opposing narratives would battle for public opinion for the next 30 years. Woody Allen has always vehemently denied the allegation, framing it as a disgraceful lie fabricated by a vengeful Mia Farrow as retaliation for his affair with Soon-Yi. For many years, Dylan remained publicly silent, but in 2014, at the age of 28, she powerfully reclaimed her story with an open letter published on Nicholas Kristof's New York Times blog. In it, she recounted her memory of the alleged assault in graphic detail and directly challenged the Hollywood community, asking stars who worked with her father if they had forgotten her story. The letter was a seismic event, forcing a public re-examination of the long-simmering controversy. In January 2018, with the Me Too movement in full force, she gave her first televised interview, and in 2021, she was the central voice in the explosive 4-part HBO docuseries Allen v. Farrow. The series presented a comprehensive, emotionally compelling case from her and Mia's perspective, using intimate home video, court documents, and new interviews to bolster her claims and critique the original investigations. Beyond the controversy, Dylan Farrow has built her own life as a wife, a mother, and an author. She has channeled her lifelong love of storytelling into a career writing young adult fantasy novels. Her debut, Hush, 2020, and its sequel, Veil, explore themes of powerful figures controlling narratives, the suppression of truth, and the courage required to speak out. Themes that resonate deeply with her own life story. She has also become a dedicated advocate for survivors of sexual assault, even supporting legislative efforts like California Senate Bill 654, aimed at better protecting children in custody cases. Number 3. Ronan Farrow, the Pulitzer-winning journalist and unwavering advocate. Born in 1987, is the only biological child of Mia Farrow and Woody Allen. A child prodigy, he graduated from Bard College at 15, went on to Yale Law School, and became a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford. His early career was in public service, serving as a UNICEF spokesperson and later as a diplomat in the U.S. State Department, working for Richard Holbrooke and Hillary Clinton. Ronan has been an unwavering and vocal supporter of his sister Dylan and his mother Mia. He has publicly condemned Woody Allen, not just for the abuse allegations, but also for what he calls the moral transgression of marrying Soon-Yi, his adoptive sister. "He's my father, married to my sister," Ronan has stated. "That makes me his son and his brother-in-law. That is such a moral transgression. I cannot see him." Ronan's personal history seems to have directly fueled his professional calling. He became one of the most formidable investigative journalists of his generation. His meticulous, explosive reporting on Harvey Weinstein for The New Yorker in 2017 was a key catalyst for the near Me Too movement and earned him the Pulitzer Prize for public service. His subsequent best-selling book, Catch and Kill: Lies, Spies, and a Conspiracy to Protect Predators, detailed the shadowy world of surveillance, intimidation, and media complicity used by powerful figures like Weinstein to silence accusers. He argued that the tactics used to try and stop his Weinstein investigation mirrored the self-perpetuating spin machine he saw his father employ. Ronan has gone on to expose wrongdoing by figures like CBS head Leslie Moonves and New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman, as well as investigating the financial ties of the MIT Media Lab to Jeffrey Epstein. His work consistently focuses on exposing systemic abuse and the complicity of powerful institutions. While his mother, Mia, once fueled speculation that Ronan's biological father might be Frank Sinatra, Ronan has largely deflected the sensationalism with wit, all while remaining a fierce defender of his sister's truth and a powerful voice for accountability. Number 2. Moses Farrow, the therapist with a shocking counter-narrative. Born in South Korea in 1978 with cerebral palsy, was adopted by Mia Farrow in 1980, and later co-adopted by Woody Allen in 1991. During the 1992 custody battle, a 14-year-old Moses publicly sided with his mother, stating he no longer considered Woody Allen his father. But as an adult, Moses's perspective underwent a stunning reversal. He reconnected with Woody Allen, became his staunchest defender, and severed ties with Mia Farrow. In 2014, and more extensively in a 2018 blog post titled "A Son Speaks Out," Moses publicly accused his mother, Mia Farrow, of being a physically and emotionally abusive parent. He called his earlier denunciation of his father the biggest regret of my life. His essay presented a shocking counter-narrative to the family's public story. He alleged that Mia Farrow engaged in unbridled rages and that he was often hit. He claimed to have witnessed siblings, some of whom were blind or disabled, being dragged down a flight of stairs to be thrown into a bedroom or a closet. He specifically claimed that his paraplegic brother Thaddeus, who later died by suicide, was once locked in an outdoor shed overnight as punishment. He also offered a detailed refutation of Dylan's attic story, asserting that there was no electric train set and that the attic was an unfinished crawl space unsuitable for play. He claimed to have witnessed Mia coaching Dylan on what to say. Moses connected the tragic deaths of 3 of his siblings to this allegedly abusive environment. His sister Tam Farrow, who was blind, he claimed, died by suicide in 2000 after a fight with Mia, not from an accidental overdose, as was reported. He also noted the suicide of his brother Thaddeus in 2016 and the death of his sister, Lark Previn, in 2008, from AIDS-related complications after a life of poverty and addiction. Moses is now a licensed marriage and family therapist in Connecticut, specializing in adoption trauma. He says his professional work is deeply informed by his own horrifying upbringing. His explosive allegations have provided a powerful alternative narrative for those who doubt Dylan's claims and have further entrenched the deep, painful divisions within the Farrow family. Dylan has responded with deep hurt, calling his claims a betrayal and stating that her brother is dead to me. Number 1, Beshay and Manzi Allen. A new family, a shielded life. After the chaos of the Farrow-Allen split, Woody Allen and Soon-Yi Previn, who married in 1997, built a new family on Manhattan's Upper East Side. They adopted 2 daughters, Beshay Dumaine Allen, born in 1998, and Manzi Teo Allen, born in 2000. Their names are a tribute to Woody Allen's deep love for jazz. Beshay is named for clarinetist Sidney Bechet, and Manzi Teo for musicians, Manzi Johnson and Lorenzo Teo. Their upbringing has been characterized by a concerted effort by their parents to provide a stable and loving atmosphere, often away from the public eye. Soon-Yi, as a full-time mother, has reportedly immersed them in the cultural life of New York City, with museums and Broadway shows, experiences she felt she missed in her own childhood. Bechet attended the prestigious Brearley School and graduated from Bard College with a degree in art history, where she also played on the women's tennis team. Manzi attended Whittier College in California. While intentionally shielded from the press, the sisters have made occasional public appearances with their parents. Most notably in September 2023, Bechet and Manzi, then 24 and 23, walked the red carpet at the Venice International Film Festival for the premiere of their father's 50th film, Coup de Chance. Bechet even worked on the film's costumes. It has been reported that both daughters, described as well-adjusted and world-wise, have spoken up publicly in response to the online hatred aimed at their family. While direct quotes are scarce, this reported loyalty suggests that the private, nurturing environment their parents sought to create has fostered a strong and united family front. Their lives represent a very different chapter in the Woody Allen story, a family built in the aftermath of public scandal and committed to a narrative of privacy and solidarity. What are your thoughts on this complex family saga? Let us know in the comments below.